Okay, good evening. Well, it's almost good morning actually. It's nearly it's getting on close to probably getting close to midnight whilst I'm filming this. Welcome to Pentland Junction. This is now June. I can't believe it's been 6 months since I actually did a video update of the layout and what I've actually been doing. Okay, as you can see here, the factory area has all been filled in. All done, all buildings are added. I'm currently using the old station building as the offices. I've got a warehouse, bit of warehouse there, tanks there containing probably whatever, and some more of the building there, weathered. Still going to finish off this hole here and put the point motor in there. Once I've done that, that will be done. Bit of grass there. I don't know if that was done on the last video, because as you look down through the tunnel, you can actually see the understructure of that, which I will now show. There you are. It gives quite a nice viewpoint, that does. I've got my caravan parking. My two buildings from West Hill Wagon Works, they're going to become the showers. For my campsite and caravan park. Bump, 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 bump. There's going to be some tents going there. And I've got some buildings here, some houses, some more modern houses there, a block of flats there, some shops there. In reference to the Monday Club, thank you Jenny for the badge. There's going to be some buildings coming in here, and which will eventually meet up with those. All the other tower blocks, these are all in place. Another shop there, which will get a light put inside it. And then obviously we come round here to my hotel. And that's obviously, thank you for those of you who are wondering where I got that photograph from. It's actually from Dave Howard, from Dave's Model Railway. He did the same thing, so he gave me the photo and just scaled it down to fit my my bridge. Now, moving over here, there's been absolutely no changes apart from replacement of a point. Absolutely nothing's changed back there. And nothing has really changed back here, apart from the fact I've now got some Graham Farish MGR wagons, which are eventually they're going to get filled with either proper sand or dirt or something like that, just to give them like a load. I've got my Dapple Voyager sat over there. That's going to get weathered shortly. Changed my building because the other one was a little bit too big, so I put this smaller one there. I'm going to get another one of those to go there, and then I've got to get round to putting these. You've seen the lights here, which they're actually turned off. There we are, turn them on. And there's not really a great deal to say there. I've still got to put lights in the signal box and put lights into this building here. I've got to work out what to put there. Still haven't come up with an idea. The station. You may notice I've lifted it up. Now if I just turn the lights out. There we go. And there we go. It's actually lit up. To light it up, I've used Dapple coach lights, same as I use for the station building. I'm doing a 4.5 volt supply instead of 12 volt. And they do look absolutely stunning. Got me a couple of people standing on the platform. 3 nuns. There's another couple down by the vending machine. Apparently there was a guy on a wheelchair. He was heard going, "Ah, nuns, reverse, reverse." Still want to try and get that character. Yes, Father Jack out of Father Ted. Cracking series. Really brilliant. Shame, I think Jack has died and Ted has died. I think Dougal's the only priest who's still going. I think Mrs. Doyle's still going. Oh, you would like some tea? Yes, you would. You would like some tea. We move around to here. and we've got the Church of St. Ruth. Named after Ruth, the long-suffering, now retired assistant at the Hobby Goblin, my local hobby store. So, got to put her on there. And yet there is a hole drilled underneath the base, underneath this church, to put a light. And to do that, I just cut into the embankment to build it out to fit it. Moving burnt out me to more location. I've got to add the wall here, and then put a few more buildings down here. There'll be a bit corner mill there. But so far, and then got to get myself some lights to go into there. Then once I've done that, I can build a retaining wall across the top there, fill in that gap, and then put the road going down there. And potentially another building just back onto that to give me some height. That's that. Then that scene will be almost done. All I've got to do then is just change the colour, because this black is a little bit too stark. I've got a couple of EF210s currently holding my nuclear train, because one of my 68s is in for a service. I've got a new Gronk. And yes, my ScotRail set is back. Scene got photobombed by a paintbrush. So yeah, that's that done. And currently my MGR is hooked up to a 31. I might try and get onto a 47 and rail freight colours or large logo, which I've got being fixed at the moment. It's in the queue down at LP Rails. So in a couple of months that should be ready, because he's got quite a lot of work on. These here are really free rolling. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, they're done. Yeah. Then if I just undo that, these same wagons, they don't move. That is how slight that gradient is. Yeah, those wagons will find it. And what else have I got? What else have we got? That's it really. And once I've put point motors in here, I can ballast this area up all around here, and then and only then will I be able to then concentrate on putting my wall up around here. I keep hitting him. He keeps getting caught. This is McCragg's monument. There'll be a set of steps coming down there into here. So that'll be that done. So altogether, it's coming on nicely. And I've got some more odds and sods coming to fill up this area. Some pallets, stacks of pallets and what have you to go there. Track work changes to happen. I'm thinking about turning this into a head shunt, so then I can then utilize this space here. Oh, and my boss at work needs traction tyres, needs a bit of a service, but it does run. Doesn't run very well, but it runs. This is an old Lima Class 31. Early version, because it's not got the head code box on the top. Apparently this particular number she's actually made it to preservation. And that's, bear in mind, I'm knocking on the door of 50. I'll be 50 next year. This model's older than me. Dates of the early 1970s. at the latest. Oh, something's moving. Ah. Runs as rough as a badger's arse. But for a locomotive that is getting on for half a century old, it ain't too bad. So yeah, a good service and that will run fine. I do plan on getting the Sprinter here repainted into a classic BR livery. Because BR blue will pretty much go with anything. Well, one thing that I have done is, let's bring it back here for a moment. On this particular one, I've got magnets here. Well, there. Magnetic couplings there, but at the front, focus you little devil. Oh, come on, focus. There's too much going on around it. But what I've done, I've given it the couplings from the Dapol 153 and 156, which are like a sort of a Schaffenberg coupling. So it's more prototypical, sticking out the front end. As you can see, there's one there. So my little part of Scotland is coming on quite nicely. One of my other EF 210s is currently at a place down near me to be repainted. It's having a complete respray to remove that Japanese livery, and it's going to become in a more, I think it's in Rail Freight Triple Grey. Once that has been done, this little beauty is going to get weathered. and named. Now, I've had a look at it on Wiki. This particular unit, which, come on, focus in the last one, 221136, was once named Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space. And that suggests to me, along with the red roof, that she used to be a Virgin set. So she's going to have that name returned to her. And my other Voyager, my Farish Voyager, is actually named after the Hickson rail crash. Before I go to the red light, there's the green. Well, somebody will complain, there's 7 minutes later, a red light. And in addition to that, this one is named Lioness's Roar, apparently. So I've got to get nameplates for that. So, apart from my Japanese stuff, and the two locos over there, the one the 86, a lot of this stuff actually carries names, because that one used to be called Cricklewood. That's named after British Rail. That's named Mirage. I've got Daring and Valiant. I wouldn't be surprised if that's got a name, but I don't know what it is. I'll have to have a look. That's Financial Times. That's John F. Yeoman, apparently in Freightliner colours. Apparently she's now in DB Schenker colours. So she's gone from a nice tango lady to the plain old boring red. Fortunately, no lights on the Voyager. They are broken. So she's the daytime running around where this one is at the moment. She does run well. Then at some point, this layout is going to get ripped up and redone. Because there's a lot I could have done with this. I want to try and keep the castle over there. Try and do that tunnel portal again. But I want to try and do it with 3 different levels. So I'm going to have like a freight level at the bottom, and a mid-level for running those, and then the top level for stuff like this or like that, or even maybe like that there. With the top level possibly being DCC. The two bottom levels, because they'll simply just go round and round and round, won't benefit from DCC, so they'll just stay DC. So there'll be a control panel probably here for it, and just because there's so much space I could have done with this. I mean, this is what's at the back of what was once called Newhall Road. And that's it. That's just like one little storage yard. I could have done a hell of a lot more with that. So that's exactly what I plan to do. Yeah, so it'll probably come up to the top of the layout will probably be level with this. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, for now, from a rather wet, it's not too bad actually. It's been quite dry today. From a not so sunny Stoke-on-Trent. Time to say